This is Russell Smith speaking to you from Los Angeles. It's August 12th, 2013. This is more on my Windup series. The first video covered pieces 1 through 4. Since then I've done 2 more, and I'm going to kind of update the series. So here we are. This was Windup number 1. Here we go to number 2, a companion to the first one. These are both on Victor Victrola motors. From the second piece, I decided that to try some gears. So we went to make gear head. This is piece number 3. Has about 40 handmade gears. And that video can be seen, more of this can be seen in the first video. Here is piece number 4, another version of the brain head. Okay, so now we go to number 5. This is the biggest, tallest piece I've done. It's on a big 3-spring motor, and it's kind of a tower of gears. Having those paintings in the background doesn't exactly help see it, but down here we can. These gears all have ball bearings in the center. That was something I tried new. Had a really hard time getting this thing to run right, and I abandoned it for a couple of months, the project, before a friend gave me a little boost, and I took another shot at it. It turns out I'd almost had it debugged, but not quite. It has a nice sound, kind of like running water. Here's the back side. You can see I'm using a chain here to power the gears coming up from the motor. There's definitely a shakedown period in these things, and a piece that starts out binding up and not running at all with enough tinkering can be made to work quite well. Essentially, I run it slow until it locks up. Then by feeling the different gears, I can find the place where it's stuck. Take a felt pen, mark both the gears at the stuck point, run it again, let it get stuck again, and keep repeating this until I find out repeatedly it will stop at the same point. Then I'll take a file and sort of carefully file on the teeth that are causing the problem, and then run it again and keep doing this over and over. This piece is pretty well debugged now, and it will run for an honest 20 minutes. From there, I wanted to try a figure. Figures are my main interest, I think. So I made this little dancer. I'd hoped that the motion would be much more dramatic, like a real hip-hop character, but I was unable to get it to really go strongly from side to side. The big problem was that the center of the piece, where the heart is moving, and I needed to get power from the stationary spindle on the motor up to this moving target, and that turned out to be very difficult. It looks like he ran out of juice. Here, let me wind him up again. There we go. So this was the solution for getting the motion up into the piece from the spindle was this strange kind of rocking device using a chain. So here's a push rod comes up from a cam on the motor through this rod to this rocking mechanism, which then rocks the center of the piece back and forth. And that in turn moves a plate, moves this round disc in the center, which rotates the plate back and forth. So, did a little polishing here on the steel. All of the pieces are on the same basic 3-foot pedestal. And the next piece in the series that I'm working on now is an 18-inch high articulated gorilla. So that's it for today.